Hey guys, the following is an excerpt of the Archives podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and everywhere else you find your podcasts. Enjoy. As we get into it, there's a plethora of stuff that's going to keep coming out, but there's some good things that are coming out in the news. One of which, obviously, we got the announcement of Tales of the Empire, which I know JT was pretty hyped for. It'll be cool. You know, it's new content, it's new lore. I'm not relatively, like, I know all there is to know about the Empire. Anything else is just, you know, you're adding to a character a la Morgan Elsbeth, who I don't really care for in the first place. But beyond Tales of the Empire, what are you guys most hyped for that's coming out, that we know is coming out? For me, it's got to be Andor Season 2. It's got to be. And I'm glad that we're talking. I'm really glad we're talking about this when MJ's not here, because he slanders the fuck out of Andor.
Go ahead, Chip.
I ain't hyped for nothing, man.
Yeah, the boy. Woo!
I just play Squiggo, and that's it.
If you can.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I couldn't.
I got in. Shit.
It's like Helldivers all over again.
Let's talk about Helldivers, man. We got to talk about Helldivers. Like, we got to sit down and talk about it. I got to be honest, I don't enjoy that game. I don't. There's just nothing. There's nothing for me. I'm a very objective-based, goal-based, oriented guy, and there's nothing in that game to, like, shoot for beyond unlocking stuff in the, whatever it's called, the divers, the battle pass.
Well, yeah, because you're always shooting at us.
But if there was like a story that we were following, and or like your brother said, shout out to Soccer Turbo, if there's a little bit more customization to where I could feel like I had a little involvement, I feel like I'd care about it a little bit more. But right now in its early stage, like, it's a literal nightmare playing that game. It is a literal nightmare.
I think that's fair though, because it wasn't supposed to be this big.
No, I don't think so either.
It was a very small development team, a very small studio, and it's just one of those games where it's like right place, right time, right price, and it just blew up. And I mean, my point of view on that is like, you had a lot of AAA games that came out this year that just were awful, and you know, there's that audience that was like expecting to play a new game around that time, so a lot of people jumped on that PAL world, burned themselves out because everybody and their mother was playing that game. And then Helldivers came out literally right as the hype for PAL world was dying, and everyone just hopped onto that, and it was like they just got lucky. But the one thing I'm hoping somebody does, and I'm not the only one, I see it all over Reddit and Discords, is make a mod, like a Galactic Republic overhaul skin mod for Helldivers.
I'd play the fuck out of it if that was the case. If we were Clone Commandos,
that would be nuts. Like a really gritty Clone Wars simulator.
Yeah,
would be nuts.
Because me and Judah, we played Squad, which was really tough to grasp because it is just a war simulator. You have people that take it serious, and then you have, you know, B1 battle droids that are playing tequila over voice chat, you know. So, and then you have a real motherfucker like me going into CT8008 boobies, having a good time with it. And some people thought that I was fucking hilarious. Some people were saying that I was a disgrace to the game. You can't win either way. You know, you're either having fun or you're being a cuck, essentially, in the gaming world. So, what games have you guys been playing recently that you've actually, like, fucked with? Because I have been playing the hell out of Red Dead recently, and it's a really good time. I like doing cowboy shit. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I've been playing Fallout 4 in New Vegas. Really enjoying them.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't watched the series yet. Probably won't.
Mm-hmm.
Give a fuck about the hype. I'll play the games.
What's that game like? Is it like anything that we might have played?
Probably not.
Nah.
It's its own genre.
What do you do in it?
Yeah, fuck people up.
Because I
got a full luck build, 10 intelligence.
I get by the sound
my
of
way
it.
out of shit.
I get by the sound of it. It's like, is it like a survival-based game? You're trying to survive a fallout?
So in Fallout 4, you're trying to find your son that gets taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you'll find them. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
During that little time frame, you could go anywhere in... Fuck, I don't know where it's at. And you do little side quests all the time.
Okay, so there's like an underlying story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of DLCs. If you have the Game Pass, free.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the Game Pass.
Game Pass and we have contention. We have contention. There's a few games on there that look sick, but it's I will say I do like the idea of combining, you know, the yearly game subscription, and then on top of it you do get some dope games to play. That's a no doubt money move right there. That's a no doubt money move.
And what's even better, you get somebody that buys it and share the account with them, and you don't gotta pay for it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Time comes where you gotta buy the yearly, and you gotta send them money.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Vance? What have you been apart from Galaxy of Heroes, which I know is your favorite game?
Not today.
What have you been messing around on?
Not much. Galaxy of Heroes. Other than that, I would say like I've been playing a lot of Helldivers, and then I'm always playing Devil May Cry. Every day, every other day, I'm playing Devil May Cry or some sort of fighting game. So I'll go back to like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I'm a huge Capcom simp. So anything Capcom related, I'll play it. Except Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna wait for the Elden Ring DLC to lose my mind.
Oh man,
I heard a lot about that. Yeah, I heard a lot about that Elden Ring game. I guess it was super tough or something.
It's not okay. So it's as tough as you want it to be, because the builds that you can make in that game are like you can one-shot bosses with.
Sure.
But if you don't do those builds, anything and everything will probably one-shot you. So it's kind of like your perspective on it. It's like, well, is the game really hard, or do you just have to be really good at it? Because if like the normal little dudes you're fighting will one-shot you, then you should be fighting against the big bosses because they're just going to one-shot you too.
Well, that's how Jedi Survivor was. You know, you'd get breathed on by anything and it'd one-shot you.
To put in perspective, the hardest difficulty on Jedi Survivor is like the easiest difficulty for Elden Ring.
And another thing about Jedi Survivor, it turned 1 year old yesterday. I know JT played it. Did you play it, Van Seal?
No.
Okay. It's not... Compared to the first one, JT, I'd probably have to ask your opinion on this one. Compared to the first game,
it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, when we get bowed in Sligo.
I couldn't figure out what it was about the game, but it just felt butt cheeks. The only redeemable thing about it is Cal Kestis boning Marin in a cutscene, and that was pretty dope.
I knew he was
didn't
gonna
happen.
say that.
It did.
I knew he was going to say that.
It did happen.
Nope, they went to sleep.
I'm not even going to say it. I mean, I'm even tired of hearing myself say it.
He's a gay guy from Shameless. How is he going to have sex
with a girl?
Doesn't add up.
I just don't understand Marin. I just don't.
What do you mean? It's the Ruski accent.
I don't know, man.
Skin as well.
So like the more I find out, like the more we learn about like Night Sisters, the more I'm like starting to really don't like. I love Grievous, right? I'm like, dude, you let one go, now you let another one go, dude. Now there's a third one out there. Like, come on, like how many Night Sisters actually got away?
I wish he killed Morgan Elsbeth because she was my least favorite character in the Mandalorian.
I would take Morgan
Ahsoka.
Elsbeth over Marin. See, absolutely, man.
With an opinion like that, it makes me think that you're on that LA crack. It really does.
Bruce Lee's like niece. Like, did you see them? Yeah. Oh, that's why she looked like she was going lightning speed fighting a, slow Rosario Dawson. Like, dude, that fight with her with the sword, like she was doing all sorts of flips and everything. I was like, this fight is nuts.
Well,
this is crazy. I was like, dude, Ahsoka's screwed. I'm like, she's dead. But plot armor.
I don't think plot armor exists. I'm not buying that one. Not in Ahsoka. Ahsoka, they were getting dogged on most of the fight.
And the thing was that episode too, like okay, so I understand you don't like Morgan Elsbeth. But you gotta admit, man, like that episode where she got the black eyes and they souped her up was like, why does Star Wars do that so much? They introduced like this new version of a villain and then just kill him off immediately. I'm like, dude, you finally made her cool, and she's using Mother Talzin's sword. Like,
I think just because there's a blueprint of killing off villains since day one. Tarkin was the bad guy in the first Star Wars.
Darth Maul, they introduced him and he's gone. Jango Fett, gone.
Yeah.
Grievous, gone.
You look at Snoke. He's in person in one movie, gone. It's unfortunate, but that's just the blueprint. That's the model. And Morgan Elsbeth especially. And this also entails to Reva. This entails to a plethora of characters. I don't like characters that have one emotion. Reva, she was just like she was growling the whole time. No one talks like that. Human beings don't talk like that. Adults don't talk like that. No one.
Yeah.
See me playing foot jam shit.
No one. Yeah, but you don't talk like that 25-8, bro. It's like the one line that always resonates is when they had Leia with the Spice People, and
shout out
to Flea.
Oh, those guys, yeah, okay.
And then Kenobi like throws the spice down. They escape with Leia, lock them in, and then the next scene, Reva opens the door, and all the people are on the line, and they're all on the ground, and she's like,
"Where is he?
Where is he?" It's like no one talks like that.
Yeah, she's talking like her teeth don't separate. She's like, oh, talking like this.
And I think that's
terrible.
I think it's a mixture of the writing that sucks. I think it's a mixture of the direction that sucks and the performance, because you gotta at a certain point realize, oh, maybe I'm not portraying a human being here. Maybe I'm being a caricature right now.
I wouldn't say so, because she got stabbed by Vader and somehow managed to get to Tatooine.
Yeah.
Like, and then still chase a little boy down, and then, like, we're fine. Like, I'm just like, again, there's another villain that never got killed, but it's just like, I don't, and the thing is, like, she's still out there, right, in continuity. And I remember they're saying they want to give her own spin-off story, and I'm like, for what purpose?
Tusken Warrior series, baby.
No, man, Tusken War. That I will. Honestly, actually, sure, go for it. Go for it, because there's nothing you can do to make Book of Boba even worse. So yeah, I would be okay with that.
Dude,
sure.
If Reva was the Tusken Warrior, I'd be fine with that.
Sure, because she dies, so that at least is like, okay, cool. Like,
no, she doesn't.
The warrior dies.
That's the one that didn't die. Every other, yeah. So it makes more sense. It makes even more sense. You know, can't fucking wait. Can't fucking wait.
But going back to Morgan Elsbeth, like the only thing I think is interesting with her, the Empire version of Elsbeth. I don't care about Night Sisters. I really just, the only Night Sister I like, and it's not because she's a Night Sister, it's Night Sister by affiliation, is Ventress.
Because she's bald.
Bald. Yes. But she has hair now. She has hair now.
Yeah, she has hair now. But she's got the side cut, man. I'm like, stop giving the women the side cut buzz, man. It's just anyways.
But with Ventress, that's another reason why I don't fuck with Morgan, is because she doesn't have that Eastern European accent. She's different than the rest, and I don't like that. I think you got to keep things tight knit. You got to keep things together. Mother Talzin, she literally talks like a Ruski. Ventress has that little Ruski accent. Marin has that really thick Ukrainian accent. And then just Mother Talzin.
What does Daka sound like?
Couldn't tell you. Hey, Judah, come rub my feet.
There you go.
But then you have Morgan, who's like, I hate that girl. I hate her. Doesn't have any Eastern European to her. It just threw me off a bit.
So the one thing that I think is really interesting about her is I want to see like the industrial side to her. Like I want to see like how she mines planets. I want to see the whole like the exchange of resources to the Empire for power, because that stuff does genuinely interest me, and I think it's really cool when we get to see that, because I mean it's relatable to what goes on in IRL.
Yeah. I'm curious to see. So I love Mount Tantus. I love Thrawn.
Yes.
I love Heir to the Empire. I want to see where they go with that, because right now we're on Mount Tantus. In between episodes 3 and 4. Where's our boy Thronald at? What's he up to?
Thronald.
Yeah. What's he doing?
I don't know what Thronald's doing.
He should be thereabouts. He should be thereabouts. At least in the Imperial Academy, you know, and maybe